Hey, Jerry Foster here, the big branding guy, also known as the branding evangelist, and welcome to video number 12 in my Better Branding for Bigger Sales series. Now, are you perhaps old enough to remember when Domino's Pizza once said, fresh hot pizza to your front door in 30 minutes or it's free? Or how about Geico? Now, this one is not too old, but how about Geico in the auto insurance industry who says 15 minutes or less can save you 15% or more on car insurance? Whoa. Or Nike. I mean, we can't leave out the Nike brand who once promised to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Or the Marriott hotel chain. I love Marriott's, right? The Marriott hotel chain who said, quote unquote, we offer quiet luxury, crafted experiences, intuitive service. And of course, I got to bring in Disney. I mean, when it comes to branding, you can never leave out the Disney brand from Disney World to Disney Adventure to Disneyland. But at Disney World, they promise to be the most magical place on earth. The most magical place on earth. And they are consistently looking for ways to surprise and delight new generations of families. And of course, one of my all-time favorites is FedEx. Can leave FedEx out as well, who declared that basically, listen, hey, we're the only choice, because their promise was when it absolutely, positively has to get there overnight. That's the FedEx brand. Now, my point in all of this is that what lies at the heart and soul of these great brands, what's deep in the belly of all of these great brands, is a willingness to make a bold, audacious, almost ridiculous, never heard before promise so that they are the chosen one. And that's my goal for you, to make sure that you are the chosen one, by making sure that at all moments you appear as the brand that offers not just more value, but more unique value. And when you can do that, my goodness, get ready to scale. See, what ideal clients want to know from you, this is the bottom line, is the positive difference that you will deliver to them. What is the positive difference you're going to deliver to them? So I want to hit you with a few questions here, because I really want you to chew on that for a moment. Because what they are buying from you is the promise of a positive difference that you will deliver to them. Okay? So said another way, let me ask you this. What pledge are you willing to make upon which you will stake your reputation and build your brand? You're willing to die on the sword for it. What is that pledge? That pledge of satisfaction that you're willing to make. Second question. What can you really be counted on to deliver? Right? I'm asking you, what can you be counted on to deliver? In terms of what's in it for your client as a benefit that they care deeply about. And the third question is, what's the expectation that you will live up to every time someone experiences your brand? What's the expectation? See, it's the client's expectation. What's the expectation on their part that you will live up to every time someone experiences your brand? Are you with me? So what I'm suggesting that you do in terms of coming up with your promise is to create what I call a statement of mastery. It's a phrase that I coined about 25 years ago, but in essence, what your statement is you promising a specific, unique benefit that assures your desire to become your client. It assures them that they will not take a risk if they decide to work with you. You've got to remove the risk. And if you can't remove all of the risk, then at least alleviate it. Let that risk be so minute that it's not an issue in terms of them moving forward and engaging with you. Okay? Now, that promise statement, your statement of mastery, has to do a few things. You've got to grab your target audience. You've got to define your unique value, and you have to evoke. That's the magic word here. You have to evoke an emotional response in such a way that your brand, your services, you, expertise, skills, talents, abilities, your gift to the world, you are evoking that response in such a way that it will strike a prospect, a potential client, as a wise choice. It says to them that it makes total sense to hire you because it can serve as what's called your value proposition. Now, I've created hundreds and hundreds of statements of mastery over 30 plus years, okay? And in terms of the framework, they're usually 2 to 3 paragraphs long. They have a few highlighted bullet points to clarify and deepen your commitment to fulfill the experience that you are going to provide, okay? And on top of that, they have to be bold, all right? Your promise statement, your statement of mastery must be bold. However, it also must be honest. This is not about deceiving anyone, okay? So make a bold but honest promise statement. On top of that, keep in mind that it's not a tagline, because a statement of mastery is very different from a tagline. However, there are times when it can be the same. In that case, your statement of mastery is not lengthy. It's just a simple set of words, okay? Classic example of a tagline and a promise statement being one and the same is the ultimate driving machine for BMW. Because in that case, the ultimate driving machine is a tagline, but at the same time, it's promising an experience. But the key, though, is to have a brand promise statement, all right? So where am I going with this? Bottom line, your statement of mastery, your promise is what people are paying for. That ideal client, that perfect fit, dream client that I've been talking about, this is what they want to hear from you. This is what they're going to give you their credit card for. And so from that standpoint, there's a key ground rule here, which is make an unapologetic claim. An unapologetic claim that will knock their socks off, make them conclude, I'd be crazy not to work with you. I'd be out my natural mind not to hire you as long as what you promise is true. Because like I've been saying, we're not talking about deception here. We're not talking about you misleading people here. We're not talking about you trying to do some kind of okey doke with them. No, we simply want people to see your heart, know your character, and to quickly understand that you are the best of the best. You are elite. You are top shelf. And so therefore, you have to have an opening sentence. And that opening sentence, my friend, must set the tone of your entire statement of mastery. Why is that opening sentence so key? Because it will capture what matters most to your client. You remember I talked about hitting the right buttons, right? The responsive button? Well, here we go. You are going to hit that right button in terms of what they care about, in terms of what makes them tick, in terms of what's going to arouse them, and on and on and on. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to all of this branding, the strategic differentiation, and how to make sure that people see you as being preeminent at what you do, number one in your specialty, what it boils down to in this brand promise statement is you basically conveying to them pretty quickly why they should hire you, why they should engage your services, because this is what's going to activate the kind of movement you're looking for on their part, so that they're coming towards you instead of you having to go after them, because now you're being the honey and not the fly. Nail down this statement, and my friend, you will see your conversions go up. Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough time for me to show you examples of what the 2 to 3 paragraphs consist of, how they flow. We don't have time for me to start showing you bullet points and on and on and on. If I did that, we would be here forever, okay? But just mark my words. If you want to chat about it, if you want me to show you a few, hit the link below. Be more than happy to show you some samples and kick around some for you. But until then, woo, man, this is hot stuff. Anyway, thank you. See you in the next video. Take care.